What's up, everyone? It's Wednesday, August 16th. Welcome back to the Daily Podcast. Today was FOMC day, and I'll be honest with you, I probably did not need to log into my trading account until 2 o'clock. All of the action that mattered happened after that. But let's just jump right into it. This might be another short session. Again, I don't want to belabor this if I don't have to. Today's breadth numbers: 73 new highs, 421 new lows. 20% were advancing, 75% declining. One thing that I noted that I wanted to share was that 66% of stocks are under the 50-day moving average, and that's across the NYSE, American Stock Exchange, and Nasdaq. Again, 66% are under the 50-day moving average, and that is not good. And I'll cover this in a little bit. But what stuck out outside of this? Premarket was pretty muted despite a very bad Asia session. A lot of the Asia stocks across Hong Kong, Hang Seng, and the Nikkei were down, but the US pre-market was pretty flat. We opened up and we flew higher. The Dow led. That's never a good sign when the Dow leads and the Nasdaq lags, but the Dow was up 170 points, and all the tech shares were lagging in the morning at the open. In the later part of the session, like closer to noon time, we started to sell off, and we went down as far as 4,444.25 on the ES futures. And I've been calling for everyone to watch out for that 4444 number, because that range of 4,400 to 4,000, 4,450 was the high volume node of the previous breakout. So it's just going to act like a magnet. And as I suspected, we went there. But once we got there, it was defended heavily, and we jumped higher right from there. Literally at 10:05, we were weakening. We touched that 444 number, and then we catapulted higher. Around 11:36 in the morning, I had posted out, choose your FOMC adventure on Substack Notes. We were either going to rally to 4,500, in my opinion, or start our way down to 4,360. And I was basically on wait and watch mode during the lunch break. And after the FOMC at 2 o'clock, it was kind of like a nothing burger. Nothing was really going on. But right around 2:35, it just sold off hard. And I'll share my screenshot on my phone, because literally I knew today was all about FOMC, pretty much nothing else. I mean, there are other things to watch, but this was the big event. And we sold off hard at in the afternoon session at 2:35, and just didn't look back. We closed near the lows of 44.17 on the ES. What was strong today? The inverse / short ETFs, Volatility was strong. Some of the defensive retail names like Walmart, Costco, Home Depot, and Target were flat, which was better than negative. Almost every sector was red, other than utilities, which is also not a good sign. That was my dog yawning. So this was a pretty boring day despite all of the late day selling. What to watch, right? So we have majority of all earnings have reported outside of NVDA. NVIDIA reports August 23rd, so that's really the last of the Magnificent Seven. So watch NVIDIA's earnings next week. Watch the Magnificent Seven. They look putrid right now. As I mentioned, 66% are under the 50-day moving average. So whether you follow the 100-day, the 120-day, the 200-day, watch those levels because they're all below us. See how things react at those levels. They should be defended. Logically, I thought the 50-day was going to be defended, but it was complete weak sauce. No one defended the 50-day, which is quite telling, okay? That's very telling of how, despite the fact that we're oversold, there was no defense. So that's very bearish. So let's see what happens in the coming sessions. But this was a very bearish day. I will post a lot of the charts that I'm looking at throughout the day today. But look at the dollar. The dollar is now above its 50 and 200 day. I'm looking at the DXY. Dog X-ray yellow is the ticker. Okay? That is not good for stocks and equities if the dollar keeps going higher. Same thing with the 10-year yield. We are approaching 1-year highs here. It's not good for housing. It's not good for mortgages. VIX looks like it's coiled here to pop. I've started to build a very large position here. I've given up on single-digit VIX for now. And watch TLT in the bonds, right? So it's the inverse of yields. Bonds look like they're going to crash. And a lot of the Magnificent Seven, they look horrible. Apple looks horrible. It looks like it's going to 160. Amazon, it looks like it's definitely going to hit and kiss the 50-day moving average, but we'll see if it stops. Google, it's still strong, but it's kind of out there in this island. It can be an island reversal if we gap. Meta, right at the 50-day. If that breaks, not good. Microsoft looks horrible under the 50-day. NVDA, right at the 50-day. Tesla, under the 50-day, and it looks like it's breaking down, heading to 200. So that's all I have to report. Thank you so much if you're subscribing and following my Substack notes. If you're not, it would be awesome if you could hit that subscribe button. It is free for now. I am not going to put a paywall, but eventually I will. Thank you so much for the encouragement and the emails that you've sent on what you like, some ideas you had for improvements. Keep those coming, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.